Hello everyone, myself Anantrao Saladi, working as senior physics faculty for JE in Narayana Educational Institutions. Today we are going to discuss JE main January attempt question paper, which is held on 30th January 2023, which is on shift 2, that means afternoon session. Right now I am having some questions which are completely on memory based, which are given by the students who wrote the exam. So here maybe numbers may not match, but question structure will be matched. Okay, so let us go with the first question. So here we are having the question with some resistors in series and parallel connection. We need to identify the net resistance. So if you see the question carefully, like this 1.5 and 0.5 both will be in series. So you can make one resistance in between A and B with 2 ohm resistance. Okay, and then 12 ohm, again there is it's directly connected between A and B points. So I can write down the one more resistance which is in 12 ohm. So please adjust to my diagrams. Okay, and then 2 ohm and 8 ohm will be in parallel. So their effective resistance will be 2 into 8 by 2 plus 8, okay, so which is 16 by 10, 1.6 ohm. And then again this 4 and 6 will be in parallel again. So that effective resistance will become 4 into 6 by 4 plus 6. These are a very easy and fundamental question. Okay, then 1.6 and 2.4, these two will be in series again. So that effective resistance will become 4 ohm. Okay, then again 6 as it is, it's in parallel condition. Okay, and then 1 and 1 will be in series. So again I can write down 2 ohm resistance. So now all these resistance will be in parallel connection. So then what is the effective resistance between A point and B point is 1 by RAB is equal to, I can write down 1 by 2 plus 1 by 12 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 2 again. Then this 1 by 2 and 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, if I am adding, it will become 1. Okay, 1 by 12 as it is I am keeping. And then 1 by 4 and 1 by 6, you can go with simple mathematics, then it will be 5 by 12, go for LCM. Okay, so then effectively its value will be 1 plus, it is 1 plus 5 by 1 by 12 plus 5 by 12, I mean 6 by 12, which is 1 by 2. So finally it is 3 by 2. 1 by RAB is 3 by 2. Then what is the effective resistance between A and B point will be RAB is equal to 2 by 3 ohm. So here we go with the second question. A car travels 4 km distance with a speed of 3 km per hour and the next 4 km with a speed of 5 km per hour. What is the average speed? So we know that average speed, okay, so average speed can be written as total distance traveled by time taken. Total distance by time taken. Okay. Then what is the total distance? Obviously it is 4 km plus 3 km. Sorry, it's again 4 km and 4 km. So here I am following the same of 4 km and 4 km per hour. I mean same units I am following. Then time taken will be, now see, the car is traveling 4 km with a speed of 3 km per hour. So that means the time taken will be, it will be distance by speed, which is 4 by 3 plus again remaining 4 km it will travel with a, what is that, 5 km per hour. It will be 4 by 5 again. So I can write down this is 8 by, okay, 4 into, this is something like an 8 by 15. Okay, so 8 and 8 cancels out. So you will get directly 15 by 4 km per hour will be the average speed it traveled. So here we go with the third question, which is related to magnetic field due to current carrying wires. So they have given a triangle, each side having the length of 4√3 and each side is carrying the 2 ampere current, and we need to identify the magnetic field at the centroid. Okay, so for every side Okay, due to every side, the magnetic field will be into the plane only. So if you use the right hand thumb rule, okay, if you use the right hand thumb rule, every side will give the magnetic field which is out of the plane. Okay, so that's why what we can write down that net magnetic field is equal to 3 times of magnetic field due to each side. Okay, so just we need to identify the magnetic field due to one side. Suppose if I'm taking this is the side and somewhere here centroid is there. Okay, so we know that if I'm extending these lines to the centroid, so we are aware that in a equilateral triangle these angles will be 30. Okay, 30 and 30, right? So I'm talking about one side of a triangle. One side of a triangle which makes an angle at the centroid. So hope you are understanding. Okay, so then if I'm drawing a one perpendicular, so we need to identify this perpendicular distance. So if I know the perpendicular distance, then I can directly use the formula, which is what do you say, that magnetic field due to one side will be, okay, so that is 3 times of, okay, 3 times of mu naught I by 4 pi d into sine alpha plus sine beta. Okay, so this is the idea. So then d value we can find out, because they have given that entire value is 4 root 3. Okay, one side. So then half side will be, it will be 2 root 3, and this angle is 30 degree. Then we can use the tan 30 logic. If I'm using the tan 30, okay, tan 30 is equal to, I can write down d by 2 root 3. Okay, so tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So root 3 cancels out. So I'll get the d value is equal directly 2 meter. So I know the now d value. Okay, I know the current value. We know that mu naught value also. And what about alpha and beta? See, these are the angles of alpha and beta. Okay, so this is, you can take alpha, which is 60 again, and this is beta, that will be also will be 60. Okay, both will be 60 and 60, similar triangles you can find out here. Okay, so then the value will become 3 times of, so mu naught value we can write down 4 pi into 10 power minus 7 into current value is 2 ampere by 4 pi d, again 4 pi into d value we know that 2. So this is entirely the first term. Now we'll go with the sine alpha plus sine beta, sine 60 plus sine 60. It will be 2 times of sine 60. Okay, sine 60 we can write down root 3 by 2. So then the value will become 4 pi cancels out. I am not cancelling out because it will become more clumsy. You may not understand. So that's why I am keeping as it is and trying to explain. This 4 pi and 4 pi will cancel out. 2 and 2 will cancel out. Then you will get 3. Okay, 3 into 10 power minus 7. Okay, multiplied with here 2 sine 60, 2 into root 3 by 2. So again it will be root 3. So the answer would be 3 root 3 into 10 power minus 7, okay, Tesla, which is a unit of magnetic field, SI unit. So the correct answer goes to 1. So let us see the next question. So this is a question given from the gravitation. So mostly I don't know exactly the question is same or not, but the idea of the question is conservation of energy. A particle is released from a height equal to radius of the earth. Okay, so if I'm taking the earth, okay, so I'm try to draw here. Okay, so this is the earth, let us say, and this is the point. This distance will be radius of the earth. Height value is radius of the earth, means from the center it will be 2 re. Okay, so here we are releasing from the rest, means initial velocity is 0. So then what is the velocity it will gain as it is reaching to the earth? So directly we use the energy conservation. Okay, so then I can write down that minus gm into m by 2 re, which is potential energy. Potential energy at a height of re is nothing but the distance of the point from the center of the earth will be 2 re. So we have to write down the potential energy minus g mm by r. So that r should be a distance from the center. So that's why I wrote 2 re. And what is the initial velocity? 0, because we are projecting from the, we are releasing from the rest. Next, as it is reaching to the surface of the earth, it will be minus g mm by re will be the potential energy on the surface, plus the kinetic energy will be half mv square. So then this v will tell you the speed with which it is hitting the surface of the earth. So then we got the equation, then we need to just simplify it. That's it, nothing else. So half mv square is equal to, okay, so now you take the minus g mm by re on that side, it will be what, g mm by re, okay, minus g capital M small m by 2 re. So here small m means mass of the particle, capital M means mass of the earth, okay. So I didn't write capital ME, but try to understand capital M is the mass of the earth. So then it will be full value minus half value, so we'll get half value, capital G mm by 2 re, okay. Then small m 2 and 2 will cancel out. Then what is the velocity with which it will reach to the ground? Capital G m by, I can write down simply re, okay. So the correct answer goes to third option. Here we go with one question related to temperature scales, which is like in faulty scale, okay. It is reading 5 degrees centigrade and 95 for melting and steaming point. Like lower fixed point is 5 degree and upper fixed point is something like 95 degree. It's a faulty scale, try to remember. Then original temperature, if this faulty scale reads 41 degrees centigrade. So they're asking the original temperature in terms of degree centigrade only. So okay, so we have for lower fixed point, so normally we are having the 0 degree centigrade, which is nothing but melting point. Upper fixed point is how much? 100 degrees centigrade, which is steam point for us. This is actual scale. So they're asking the actual scale temperature when faulty scale is reading 41 degrees centigrade. I think there might be some confusion in this question, okay. So let us see how many students did correct, okay. So the in actual temperature T is the value, okay. So this is an actual scale we are having. Now what about faulty scale? The faulty scale reads lower fixed point as 5 degrees centigrade. It's not minus, okay. And then upper fixed point is 95 degrees centigrade. And what is the reading? Reading is 41 degrees centigrade. Understood? Now they are asking the original temperature. So remember, for any temperature scales, then how to solve? So the ratios will be same. What is the ratio? Ratio is reading, okay, minus lower fixed point by upper fixed point minus lower fixed point is constant for different scales. So this idea will be more useful when you are solving the faulty scales. So let us apply the same thing here, okay. So we are having 95 minus 5, sorry, actually I took the denominator. Let us go with the numerator first, okay. First, what is the reading? Reading in faulty scales. Reading on faulty scale I am writing 41 minus lower fixed point is 5 by 95 minus 5. Even we can write down in reverse also, that doesn't matter, but just I want to follow the formula. Then we have to find out the reading on actual scale, which is T minus 0 by 100 minus 0. So hope you understood the ratio. Now we follow the same thing. So then that ratio comes out to be what? 36 by 90 is equal to T by 100. Then the temperature value goes to 0, 0 cancels out, 9 4s are, so it will be 40 degrees centigrade. So this is the reading in actual temperature scale in degrees centigrades. So the answer would be first one. So this is the next question is the very easiest one, and it is directly they're asking for equilibrium of an body. So I think this question is done by everybody in the slot, whoever wrote the exam. So provided they have given the time for reading of this question. So they are simply asking the tension in the string when object is in equilibrium. So obviously the tension value should be equal to mg. That's it. T is equal to mg, which is nothing but root 3 times of g Newton. That is the answer. So hope everybody done this question. So the correct answer goes to the option 1. And next question number 7, which is related to LCR circuits. Okay, so you can see the diagram. They have given the LCR series circuit, and the most interesting thing is they have given the directly XL and XC values. So if you can see the question little carefully, then they have given that XL and XC both are same, which is equal to 100 ohm. As XL is equal to XC same, there is no effective inductance or capacitance in the circuit. It's a purely resistive circuit, and I think most of you people remember like this is a resonance condition. Okay, so then they are simply asking the IRMS. Then IRMS is equal to VRMS. What is the VRMS value? Is equal to 200. Actually peak value is 200 root 2, then RMS value will become 200 by the resistance value simply 100. So then it goes to 2 amperes. I think there might be a confusion between the two options. One is 2, other one is 2 root 2 amperes. So hope everybody did correct. So the correct answer would be 2 amperes, not 2 root 2. And this question also easy one. When someone finds the question and read the question and given good time to read the question, then so this can be done very easily. See, they have kept the charge Q inside the cavity. Okay, this is completely material. Okay, so this is completely conductor. So we know that inside the conductor field is 0. That means what the field inside the conductor is 0. So field at B point we can write down 0. Okay, so from that you can easily eliminate the fourth option. And then what about field at A point and C point? Field inside and outside will be not equal to 0. So you can draw if you want something like this. These are the two, cavity, this is cavity. We are keeping the charge here, positive charge. Then you will find the negative charge here induced and positive charge here. So because of this positive charge, the field will be away, radially away. Okay, so that means outside you will find the field. Okay, outside you will find the field. So field at C point is not equal to 0. Even there will be field lines between center to inner surface. Okay, something like this. These are the field lines. Okay, so these field lines end at inner surface of the sphere. So there will be a field inside the cavity also. So field at A point also not equal to 0. Okay, only field at inside the conductor, that is B point, will be 0. So field at A point is not equal to 0, field at C point not equal to 0, field at B point is 0. So the correct answer goes to B, second option. So here we go with the question number 9. It is showing that it's an oscillation of spring and block system. Okay, so spring with 1 kg mass attached. Okay, and spring with 2 kg mass attached. Like they have given the two different scenarios. In one case they are adding the 1 kg mass, in other case they are adding the 2 kg mass. They are asking the what is the ratio of angular frequencies. It's a very much direct formula, that is omega is equal to root k by m. Okay, so as omega is equal to root k by m, k value is same. We are not changing the spring here, we are just changing the masses. So then I can write down omega 1 by omega 2 is equal to under root m2 by m1, obviously inversely proportional. Okay, so m2 value is how much? 2 kg, m1 value is 1, so it will be root 2 by 1 and simply root 2. Okay, so the correct answer is second option. Question number 10 is related to logic gates. Actually whatever given gates are here, see whenever you see this diagram, something like this, and there is a circle, it's an AND gate. Okay, no? NAND gate. It's not AND, it's NAND gate. Okay, so when there is a circle, if circle is not there, it's an AND gate. Okay, it's a negation to end, you can say that, not to end in physics. Okay, so you can check with binary numbers, or else you can solve the question with Boolean algebra also. I think most of the people done with directly inputs 0 0 or 1 1, they verified it. Okay, so let us first verify with the 0 and 0. So let us take A value 0, even B value also 0, and let us see what is the output we are getting. Okay, if I am keeping the A0 B0, okay, so it will be 0, here also 0. It's a direct inputs are led to the other gates. Okay, so as A0 B0, actually AND gate will give the 0, but as it is an AND gate, it will be 1 output. So hope you are understanding. Okay. So as for the NAND, if you are giving the 0 and 0, for AND gate it should be 0, but as it is NAND gate it will be 1. So that means 1 0 1 0 or 0 1 1 0 will be the input for the second level of gates. Now 1 0 for AND gate will give you 0. Now it will be 1. Same is the case here also, it will be 1. Now 1 and 1 will be the input for the last gate, which will give us the 0. Okay. So that means for A0, B0, we are getting the Y value also 0. Similarly, we will verify with the 1. Okay. So because 1 will be easy to verify, 1 and 1 I mean. Okay. So A value 1, even B value 1 I am taking. So directly 1 and 1 will be led to the what is that next level of gates. It will be 1 and 1. 1 and 1 will be 0 because it's a NAND gate. Okay. So this means 1 0 1 0, I mean 0 1 you can say. 1 0 again, as it is an AND gate, 1 and 1 again. So 1 1, so it will be how much? It will be again 0. Okay. So for 1 and 1, for 1 and 1 also you are getting 0. 0 is the output. So remaining also we can verify 1 0 0 1. Okay. This will be 1 0, you will get 1, and 0 1 also will get 1. So even with these two inputs, like these two values verification, we can identify what is the answer. Okay. The first one will be the answer. So let us see the next part. In question number 11, a particle of mass m is moving under a force whose delivered power P constant. Here power value is constant. Okay. So this is the one thing we need to understand. So as power value is constant, initial velocity has given 0, and we need to find out the position of the particle at time is equal to t. So as power is constant, I can write down directly power into time, or P into dt also you can write down. Okay. Now, so as power is equal to, power can be written as dw by dt. Okay. So this can be written as what? P into dt can be written as dw. If you integrate, as power is constant, you can take the power outside, then P into t, total time interval t, which is nothing but 4 seconds according to question. Okay. Or as at a random time also you can take t, and integral dw will give you total work done, which can be written as change in kinetic energy half mv square minus 0, because initial velocity they have given 0. So P into t is equal to, I can write down half mv square. So they are asking the position. So let us find out what is the v value. So v value can be written as 2pt by m under root. Okay. So now you will get the velocity as a function of time, or speed as a function of time. So as I know the speed as a function of time, so I can go for speed can be written as dx by dt, which can be written as root p by m, which is constant, into root t I am writing as separator. Okay. So then we want to find out the position. So dx is equal to root 2p by m, I am keeping as it is, root t dt. Okay. So as position is changing, total displacement, you can say position of the particle as is starting from the, actually the question should be more clear. The particle is starting from the origin, something like that. If I have given, it would be good. I think, I don't know whether student has forgotten that statements and all. It's in what they say that try to understand. This question is not exact text from the final exam, I think so. Okay. So I am taking the 0 to x, position is changing. Okay. The time value will change from 0 to 4 seconds, because they are asking in terms of p and m, remaining time is 4 seconds as given. So then I can write down the position x can be written as root 2p by m as it is. Okay. Integral root t can be written as what? T power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. Okay, which is 0 to 4. So then x value would be root 2p by m multiplied with, this is in the place of t, time, if I am keeping a 4, then it would be 8, 4 power 3 by 2 into 2 by 3. Okay. So it would be 16 by 3. Just I am keeping as it is the option, under root 2p by m. So the position value is 16 by 3 under root 2p by m. So the first option would be correct for this question. So here we go with the next question, which is related to dimensions. They have given different quantities and we need to identify the dimension. The first quantity has given pressure gradient. Okay, the pressure gradient is nothing but anything with changes with height or distance, we call it as gradient. So we have like velocity gradient, even we are having the potential gradient also. So in similar terms we are having the pressure gradient. So it's something like a pressure by length logic. So dimension would be, the pressure dimension with the ml power minus 1 t power minus 2. This is the pressure dimension. By length it will be ml power minus 2 t power minus 2. Okay, so which is P to C. We have two options. So out of 1 and 2, which one is correct we need to verify. So next we go with the energy density, which is nothing but energy by volume. The energy dimensions are ml square t power minus 2 by volume is L cube. So then it is ml power minus 1 t power minus 2. Okay, so this is Q to D. Okay, so I think from these two options we can identify the correct answer, which is nothing but 2. So let us go with the remaining also. Okay, so torque we write down as what? Force into distance, perpendicular distance. So I'm purely saying the formulas in terms of dimensions. Okay, then force is ml t power minus 2 multiplied with the L distance, which is ml square t power minus 2. And then we are having the impulse, which is nothing but J. Okay, J is the impulse, which is nothing but change in momentum, linear momentum. So ultimately the dimension will be momentum, mass into velocity. So m into L power t power L t power minus 1. So ml t power minus 1, which is nothing but S to B. Okay, so as I told you, I think with the first two things only we have identified the option, that is second option. Yeah. So the next question, we are having the question related to efficiency of the heat engine. Okay, so I think most of the people will remember the formula. The efficiency can be written as what? Neta is equal to 1 minus T sink by T source. So this is the thing what I advise to the students to remember, not like 1 minus T2 by T1. Okay, so you might confuse or do the mistake. See, when sink temperature is 0 Kelvin, all temperatures we need to write down in terms of kelvins. Okay, not in degrees centigrades. So if I'm taking the sink temperature 0 Kelvin, then it's not okay, it's 0 Kelvin. Then it is 1 minus 0, 1. So efficiency will be 1, or you can say that 100% efficient that engine is. So according to second law of thermodynamics, there is no perfect engine, like 100% efficient engine we cannot achieve. So that means 0 Kelvin sink is not possible. So 0 Kelvin is nothing but minus 273 degrees centigrade. So at sink temperature minus 273 degrees centigrade, the efficiency of Carnot engine will be 1. So statement 1 is correct. Okay. Next, efficiency of a Carnot engine is given by 1 minus T sink by T source, which I wrote. Okay. So even second statement also correct, reason is also correct, which is also correctly explains the efficiency value, obviously 1. When you are taking the T sink is 0, you will get the efficiency value is 1. Okay. So the correct option for this question is 1. So here we go with question number 14. So previously I had drawn all the required things so that I can explain it better. So this question is related to something like an electric flux. They have given the electric field vector also. Okay, but here in this case, like according to the question whatever we got, I think this 1 and 2 and 3 are the dimensions. Okay, so here x value 1, here y value is 2 and z value is 3. So it's not a cube, it's a cuboid. Okay, so then what is the charge inside the cuboid? Okay, as shown in the figure. So in the question also they have given the cuboid. So if you see this entire structure, I have taken the one ABCD, okay, na? ABCD part. So ABCD part will be something like in a right side of a cube. Suppose in front of you there is a cube, then you have right side surface, left side surface, top and bottom, at the same time front and back. Okay, so if you imagine in that way, then ABCD will be the surface which is on the right side. Similarly, OEFG will be on the left side, ABEF will be on the top, OCDG will be at the bottom. So remaining A, T, G, F will be in front, and O, C, B, E will be on the back side of the cube. Okay. So let us go with the flux through ABCD first. For ABCD here we know that Y value is equal to 2. This entire ABCD surface we are having the Y value 2, but there will be variation of X and Z. X and coordinates will be varying, but we don't bother about those things. Why? Because you can understand, if you see logically here, that area vector is along the y-axis. Okay. As area vector is along the y-axis, if you go with the dot product with E bar, then you will find only term of 4y j cap. Okay, now that will give the flux. The field along the y only will give the flux through ABCD part. So remaining will goes to 0. So doesn't matter for us. So that's why the flux through ABCD we can write down as minus of 4 into y value 2. Okay, that will be the field multiplied with the area of this ABCD. The area of the ABCD will be, this height will be 3, okay, because along the Z, and length will be 1, which is along the X. That means 1 into 3, so it will be 3. So finally it will be how much? Minus 24. That is the flux through ABCD. Similarly, we can find out the flux through OEFG. OEFG is very easy. Why? Because what is the Y value in this plane? In this plane Y value is 0. And we are having the, what do you say, that area vector is along the negative y-axis. So that's why Y value is 0 and flux is negative y-axis. Then ultimately the flux through OEFG will become 0. So similarly, we'll go with flux through AFGD. Okay. Now see flux through AFGD. A, F, okay, G and D, which is nothing but perpendicular to x-axis, which is in the YZ plane. So then area vector will be along the x-axis, which is I cap. Okay. So then only term of 2x square will be involved in the flux. As it is positive, you will get like I cap dot I cap is positive. Remaining y and z component will give you 0 flux because the area vector is along the I. Okay. It is in the YZ plane. So the y component and z component does not create any flux. That's the basic thing. Then 2x square. Then x value is how much? X value is equal to 1. Okay. So then in the place of x, you can write down 1, 2 into 1 square multiplied with. Now area of AFGD area. So for that height value is equal to 3 and this width value is equal to 2. Then 3 into 2 will be 6. 6 2 is 12. Okay. So I think from this now you can say that flux through OEFG. OEBC, sorry. It's OEBC, which is nothing but backside surface, where x value is 0 here. Here x value is 0, so then flux value will be 0. Okay. So these are the front and back. Now we left with top and bottom. Now you see the top and bottom. Okay. So the top surface is something like this. This is the top surface. So here in this question, little imagination also plays important role. Okay. So this is the top surface. The top surface flux value we need to find out. So for that, as the area vector is along the z axis, we require the only z cap component, which is 6 z k cap. Here z value is equal to how much? In the entire plane z value is 3. Okay. So it is parallel to xy plane. So that's why the field along the component along the x and y will create 0 flux. Then I can write down that ABEF, flux through ABEF means this one. Okay. It depends on what factor? Only z component. 6 into z value is 3. Okay. This is the field value multiplied with area. What is the area of ABEF? AB length is 1 and AF length is 2 or BE length is 2. Then 2 into 1, 2. Okay. So this is how much? 36. Okay. And what about the flux through OCDZ? Again, OCDZ means bottom surface. The area vector will be minus k cap. But what is the z value in this plane? In the entire plane, the z value is equal to 0. Okay. So actually the field along the z only will give us the flux. Even that value goes to 0 means the flux value is 0. So in short, we are talking about this question. You'll find the only flux through 3 surfaces. Remaining 3 surfaces, the flux value will be 0. Okay. So then what is the net flux value through entire cube? Net flux value minus 24 plus 12 plus 36, which will be equal to enclosed charge by epsilon naught. Then this is how much? Obviously this is 48 minus 24, it will be 24. Then charge enclosed will be 24 epsilon naught. So here we go with question number 15. Okay, so they're asking the de Broglie wavelength when a proton is accelerated through V and 3V potential difference. Okay, so whenever one charged particle is accelerating through potential difference V, so then it will achieve the kinetic energy is equal to E into Q into V. If it is electron, it is E into V. As it is a proton, we can write down E into V also. This is the kinetic energy achieved when particle accelerated through potential difference V. So this leads to what is the momentum value is root. We know that momentum is root 2m into kinetic energy is nothing but momentum value is equal to root of 2m into qv. Okay, so this is the momentum value. Then what is the de Broglie wavelength? I can write down h by p. Okay, then h by root of 2m into qv will be the wavelength, de Broglie wavelength behind the electron, or you can say any charged particle which is accelerated through potential difference V. So in both the cases they have given the proton only, but they have given the different potentials. So then we can write down lambda 1 by lambda 2 can be written as what? Root of V2 by V1. Okay, so as it is inversely proportional, so under root 3V by, you can write down V, which is nothing but root 3:1 will be the ratio. Okay, the correct answer goes to 4. So this is the next question which is given related to electric circuit. So this is I think the question they asked in little indirect way. They are saying that the potential difference between B point and C point, like B point and C point, the potential difference is 0. Then when you connect A and B to a battery, then automatically it forms a what? Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so whenever the potential at B and C points are equal, there will be no current. Even if a resistance connected in between B and C, there will be no current through that resistance. That means it's a balanced Wheatstone bridge condition as given. Okay, so then ikkada 6 and 3. Here the 6 and 3 are connected in parallel. So then the effective resistance will become 3 ohm. 6 into 3 by 6 plus 3. And here 1 and 2 are connected in series, then it will be 3 ohm again. Okay, and these two are connected in parallel. So R1 R2 by R1 plus R2 if you write, then X by X plus 1, and here it is X. So to keep the potential same, or if you connect a resistor, the current in the resistor equal to 0, then the ratio should be same. It's a Wheatstone bridge circuit. Then 3 by 3 is equal to X by X plus 1 by X. So here go with question number 21. Okay, so in this question they have given that electric circuit, okay, where potentials at B and C are 0. So by reading this term, I think you need to get an idea of Wheatstone bridge. Okay, so the potential at B and C is 0. I mean difference is 0. If you connect a resistor in between B and C, then you will find the 0 current. Like if you connect the A and B to a battery, so okay, then it's a properly Wheatstone bridge and balanced condition. Now 6 and 3 will be in parallel. Okay, so then effective resistance will be 6 into 3 by 6 plus 3, which is nothing but 18 by 9, like 2 ohm. And here 1 and 2 will be in series, then the effective resistance will be 3 ohm. Here 1 and X will be in parallel, then X into 1 by X plus 1, okay, effective resistance. Then this is X as it is. As it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge, then only potential at B and C will be 0. Then the ratio should be same. So that means 2 by 3 on left side ratio will be equal to X by X plus 1 by X. It will be how much? 1 by X plus 1. So then if I cross multiply, I'll get 2x plus 2 is equal to 3. Then X value is equal to 1 by 2, which is nothing but 0.5 ohm. Yeah. So I don't think that this is an integer question. Let us see. Okay, as it is a memory based question, we are just going with the structure of the question. Next, they have given that two waves of same intensity from the sources in phase are made to superimpose at a point. Okay, here they are saying that sources are in phase. If the power difference between the two coherent waves is 0, the power difference is 0, the resultant intensity is I naught. So we have, okay, so when we have the path difference, we can use the phase difference concept. The phase difference delta phi is equal to 2 pi by lambda into the path difference delta x. If delta x is 0, delta phi is 0. Then we have the general formula of intensity I is equal to I1. They are saying that two waves of same intensity. You can take I naught and I naught. Okay. So they have given some I naught also here. Okay, 0 intensity. Let us change it. Okay. So resultant intensity we can write down. In general formula I am writing. Okay. The general formula is the resultant intensity is equal to I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2 cos phi, where phi is the phase difference. Okay. They are saying that resultant intensity is I naught when path difference is 0. When path difference is 0, then they are saying that resultant intensity is I naught. So I can write down that I naught is the resultant intensity. Okay. Where I is the intensity of individual waves I am taking. So I plus I, 2 root I into I square cos 0. Cos 0 value is 1. Okay, this will be how much? 2i. So total it will be 4i. So I is the intensity of individual waves, remember. Okay. Then path difference is lambda by 2. Then they are saying that resultant intensity is I. If path difference is lambda by 2, that means delta x is equal to lambda by 2. Then what would be the phase difference? Delta pi is equal to 2 pi by lambda into lambda by 2. You will get pi. Okay. So then I1 value is equal to I plus I plus 2 root I square cos pi. Cos pi value is minus 1. Okay. So as it is minus 1, this entire value goes to minus 2i and this is plus 2i. So all will cancel out, will give you 0 intensity. So similarly, when path difference is lambda by 4, they are saying that resultant intensity is I2. So for lambda by 4 path difference, let us calculate what is the phase difference. So delta phi is equal to 2 pi by lambda into lambda by 4. You will get pi by 2. This is the phase difference. Then resultant intensity I2 is equal to I plus 2 root I square, okay, cos of pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 means this entire value goes to 0. Okay. So then you will get resultant intensity is equal to I. So what they are asking, I1 plus I2 by I naught value they are asking. So again, I1 is nothing but 0, I2 is nothing but 2i, right, by I naught value is 4i. So then the ratio goes to 1 by 2. Okay. So let us go to the next question, where a bullet of mass 10 grams is fired from a gun. Okay, gun mass has given 10 kg without bullet. Okay, with a speed of 100 meter per second. Then what is the recoil speed of the gun? So as we fire a bullet, we know that gun will recoil in backward direction in such a way that momentum will be conserved. Okay. So capital MV is equal to small mv here. Okay, direct thing what we are doing here. Then what is the M is? M is mass of the gun, V is the recoiling speed, M is bullet mass and V is the speed of the bullet. What is the capital M stands for mass of the gun, which is nothing but how much? 10 kg. So 10 in terms of kg only I am writing, into recoiling speed V is equal to mass of the bullet 10 grams has given. So 10 by 1000 into velocity is 100. Okay, 100 meter per second. So all we are using in MKS units. So then this value will become 1. Then what is the recoiling speed will become 1 by 10 meter per second. So according to the question text, that x value is equal to 1. So let us see the next question, which is very easy question here now. The ratio of average kinetic energy per molecule, they are asking, when the ratio of temperature of hydrogen and oxygen is 2:1. So average kinetic energy, the average kinetic energy of a molecule can be written as, okay, per molecule of kT. So hope you remember this formula. Okay, so that means that average kinetic energy per molecule is proportional to temperature. So whatever be the temperature ratio is there, same ratio will be maintained for kinetic energy per molecule also. So then answer will be 2:1 for this question. The next question goes to related to SHM, where they have given the velocity and displacement position relation. Okay, so the given equation is what? 4v square is equal to 50 minus x square. Okay. Now what is the v square value? V square is equal to 1 by 4 times of 50 minus x square. Okay, so then v value is equal to 1 by 2 times of under root 50 minus x square, and they're asking the time period of oscillatory motion. They're asking something like a time period of oscillation. So if you see this equation, we can compare with the equation of SHM, something v is equal to omega into root of a square minus x square. It's a pure relation between speed and position of the particle. So if you see that in the place of omega we are having the 1 by 2, what the omega is equal to 2 pi by t, which is nothing but 1 by 2. Then what the time period value is equal to? Time period value is equal to 4 pi. Okay, so as it is 4 pi, 4 into 22 by 7, it is 88 by 7 seconds. So then according to the given question, the n value should be equal to 7. So here we are having the one more question related to dispersion without deviation. Okay, by two prism concept. I mean, when you are adding the two different prisms, we can achieve deviation without dispersion and dispersion without deviation. So here they are asking the without deviation. So there should not be any deviation. So deviation by both the prisms should be equal to 0. Okay. So I think you remember the something like an arrangement in this way. This is the one prism. This would be the other prism. Okay, something like this. One is having the angle A1, let us say. The other is having the angle A2. Usually we connect in reverse, because as the ray incident on the first prism will try to bend towards the base. Okay, so that means in the downward sense. Then other prism will try to bend towards its base. Then it will be in upward sense. So both the senses can be cancelled out if their values are equal. Okay, so as the net deviation is 0, I can write down that delta 1 plus delta 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so then I can write down that mu minus 1 into A1 plus mu minus 1, or else you can write down mu dash into A2 is equal to 0. They are asking the second prism angle of P prism. Okay, angle of first prism has given 16 and refractive index have given 1.5. So let us write down those values. So 1.5 minus 1 into 6 degree plus, what is that refractive index? They have given 1.8 minus 1 into A2 will be equal to 0. Okay, so then this value is 0.5, 1 by 2 into 6 degree, 3 degree, plus this is 0.8 into A2 is equal to 0. Then A2 or 8 by 10, A2 is equal to 3 degree. So then A2 value goes to 30 by 8 degree, okay, which is nothing but 15 by 4, 7 so 15 by 4 we can keep it as, or else we can write down something like an 3 point something. Okay, so that also we can do, but as it is a numerical question, so we have to keep a very close integer, I think so. So then it will be what? It will be 3 point something. Okay, so that will be the A2 value, not 7 point. Okay, so it is 7.5 by 2, or else 3 point some closely 7 degree you will get. This is the idea. These are the some questions from the JEE main 30th January and afternoon session question paper. Thank you so much.